there. I'm Kristen.
And I'm Matt. Welcome to Pillow Talk on Hatch Plus, where sleepiness is contagious.
I think I'm catching it right now. Yeah.
I hope so. That's hopefully only in this context. I always worry that if I do enough of these, eventually someone who listens will come and see me do stand-up and spontaneously fall asleep, which is a huge concern. How are you anyway, Kristen?
I'm doing all right. I'm really happy to see you today. I feel like it's been a little while. You always put a smile on my face. And I admit, maybe you help put me to sleep too. How are you doing, Matt?
You're very welcome. But likewise, it's very nice to be seeing you again. Let's put it as we normally do in terms of something that we can all identify with. If you were a Hatch aura mood light tonight, what colour would you be?
Okay, so I'm going to respond with my aspirational Hatch color rather than my actual one. My aspirational color is Alpine Afterglow. And that's because I wish I were dealing with alpine temperatures right now. It is so hot where I am right now, here in Brooklyn, New York. And I just would like some alpine breezes blowing over me. I feel like that would put me right to sleep. I'd just be relaxed and feeling that fresh alpine air. So that's what color I am right now. But Matt, what about you? What color are you?
I'm going to be a bit more abstract, I reckon. I like your aspirational one. I'm on board with that. I think dress for the job that you want. But for me, I'm going to go with sweet potato purely because I think it's my favourite named light.
It is a very cute name. Yeah.
It is quite, and I feel like it's a little bit ambiguous, which is where I think I am at the minute. I'm not really sure how to feel. Like in some ways, I'm on a good track. I went to the gym today, which is great. That's a huge step because I've had 2 weeks off. But I also, when you feel like you've offended someone, but you're not sure, and then it will just play through your head. I was at the gym with the personal trainer, and I yawned at him, which I know is, generally speaking, a very offensive thing to do. But then I thought, that is sort of what he's there to be doing, isn't it? It's like if someone yawned at me while they were listening to this, I'd go, yeah, great, I'm doing a good job.
Yeah.
Like, he's supposed to time me out, isn't he?
Yeah, but maybe that's a sign that your trainer was doing a good job. Like, oh, look, you just wore me out. You kicked my butt. And, maybe the personal trainer's patting themselves on the back thinking, job well done.
It's definitely how I'm framing it, for sure. It would have been better if it wasn't about 4.5 minutes in. But yeah, that is how I'm framing
it. That's a really good trainer. 4.5 minutes and they've done their job successfully. And you probably paid for like an hour-long session and they did it in 4.5 minutes.
That is so true. Yeah, I need to see if we can start doing it a bit more pro rata, actually. If we can just do it by the minute, that would be a lot more economically sustainable.
Well, Matt, now that we have illuminated each other with our mood lights, should we move on to our main segment of the night, our game night segment?
Absolutely. Let's do it.
All right. So tonight for game night, we're going to play Would You Rather. I'll start. Would you rather give up air conditioning and heating for the rest of your life or give up the internet for the rest of your life?
Well, I know where you're going to be on this one, I think, judging by what you said earlier. It is a hard one, that, because both things are a luxury, aren't they? Like the internet, day to day, I don't think I could do without it.
Mm-hmm.
Like getting around, like looking for, restaurants, what to eat, where I'm going, maps, keeping in touch with people. But I'm terrible in hot weather, like really, really bad.
Mm.
I hate it. And it always annoys me, actually. When you get in summer, people telling you to sort of cheer up, especially in England. Like, come on, but why aren't you smiling? And look at the weather, it's great. You go, yeah, but that's not a good thing over here. We're not equipped to deal with that.
That's true.
And I actually think because of that, I think I could give up aircon because we don't have it anywhere really. So you've just got to tough it out. There's about 2 weeks a year that are really miserably hot.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's kind of all right.
But what about the heating? Because sometimes it can be a little damp and cold in the UK. So are you going to be okay without any heating and air conditioning?
That is very well observed. It is damp and cold most of the time, yeah. I've got a very, very good collection of jackets and parkas. Like, I thrive in the wintertime. My wardrobe is for winter. It's another reason that I don't like summer, because I just don't have the wardrobe for it. Whenever I get dressed for summer, like shorts and a t-shirt, I look like a kid that's sort of wandered off from a school trip somewhere, like 15 years previously. I just hate the look of it. So I think wardrobe-wise, I reckon I could get away with it. Also, we say heating, is that like central heating? Could I still have a log burner, for example?
I am going to say that you are allowed a fireplace or an old wood burning stove. One of those kinds of olden times contraptions to stay warm, if you like.
I think aesthetically as well, that's I want that anyway for Christmas, and that it's nice to have a fire. So I don't know. I don't think it's possible to give up the internet in this day and age. I think I would be destitute, like financially, and like I don't think I could operate. Certainly not as a comedian anymore, because it's so important to have like social media and all that kind of stuff. I mean, do you think you could get by in 2025 with no access to like the wider world?
I wouldn't even be talking to you right now if I had to give up the internet. Our conversation wouldn't even be taking place. And
So you're tempted to get rid of it?
I just don't think I could get rid of it, because that's how I communicate with people. That's how, again, like you, how in my industry, I'm a pop culture critic, I'm a podcaster. All of these things really rely on me having access to the internet. And then there are just basic things that I can't even do nowadays without the internet. You know how a lot of restaurants, ever since COVID, they don't have paper menus anymore. They say, scan this thing to look at our menu. So at a lot of restaurants, I wouldn't even be able to order food without the internet.
That's so true. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah. And I would have to go back to, I suppose, using paper maps when I go to places. I don't know if you remember the London A to Z. Does that even still exist? Back when I lived in London, I used to carry around this book of maps with me everywhere. High-speed internet on the phone was not much of a thing. There were flip phones and so on, but most people didn't have smartphones then. And so I guess without the internet, I'd have to be carrying around books all the time to find my way. And that would be a little bit of a pain in the butt nowadays that I'm used to not doing that.
Yeah, we can't go back to that. That can't happen. So I think on the strength of that alone, I would say I will give up air conditioning and heating. Final answer.
All right. Like you, I'm also going to give up the air conditioning and the heating, because I think I just need the internet too much. I need it for work. I need it for fun. I need it for connection with other humans. And without the internet, I feel like I would be just floating around by myself in a nicely temperate, air-conditioned or heated world, but with no friends and no employment and nothing else. And then without the employment, I can't pay my rent or my electric bills anymore. And then I would lose the heating and electric anyway.
That is so true. What is the point in having a perfectly temperate environment if there is nothing to do in it?
Yes.
I'm with you entirely. I think, particularly for you where you are at the moment, I think it'd be uncomfortable for the first couple of summers, but you'd get used to it, I reckon.
Yeah.
I think we've both come to the right decision on that one.
Yes, absolutely.
But how about this one? I've got one for you. Would you rather have feet for hands or have hands for feet?
Okay. If I have feet for hands, I can walk on my hands or walk on my feet. anywhere. And I love walking. As you know, Matt, I'm an avid walker. I go on long walks every day, and that would give me more versatility. I could walk everywhere. But I think I'd have a really hard time typing, and I'm a writer. I don't know how to type with my feet. That just seems like a harder thing to learn. And on the flip side, let's say I have hands for feet and hands for hands. I feel like I could be like a monkey. And I think monkeys get a lot done.
For sure.
They jump around, they grab things with their hands and feet. They can hold a banana in their feet and another banana in their hands at the same time.
Think of the multitasking. I mean, it's mostly banana-based multitasking, but it's impressive.
But that's important multitasking. Bananas are important. And so I think it's going to be hands everywhere. Hands down below, hands up above, 4 hands. That's what I'm going for. Final answer. I am now a 4 hands person.
Yeah, I like
and then
it.
I can give myself high 10s all the time.
Again, very good point. You'd be a great audience member somewhere as well. The amount of applause that you could give.
Oh, yeah. They'd want me during pilot season in all of the audiences for all the TV shows. I'd be that person making the audience sound so pumped up over mediocre comedy. Yeah, that'd be me.
Yeah, that would be ideal. I would have you at my shows every day. I think I agree with you as well. I think it's got to be hands for feet, I think. Purely because I think in terms of party tricks, peeling a banana with your feet is sort of more impressive than typing with your feet, I reckon.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think that there are a lot of other party tricks you could do too. Like you could do a Rubik's Cube with your feet, right?
Yeah. Rubik's Cube. I mean, I can't really do them anyway, but let's suppose for a minute that I could.
So we agree. We are both going to be 4-handed people going forward.
With no air conditioning. Yeah.
That's right. That's right. Matt, do you want to move on to our second game? Kiss, Marry, Kill?
Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to start Kiss, Marry, Kill. Our options are air fryer, rice cooker, and Ninja blender. So one of those you have to kiss, one you have to marry, and one you have to kill. What's it going to be?
Okay. I'm going to start with the easy one because I don't have a rice cooker and never have. I've always just done it sort of manually with a pan. So I think rice cooker, kill, don't need it. I've survived long enough without one. Air fryer, I feel like I've properly fallen into the marketing trap of air frying. Like, I know that it's not really any different to a sort of fan oven, but I will air fry anything. Anything you can think of, I put it in the air fryer. I find it so exciting. So I think that the air fryer is like kind of my exciting partner. So I think kiss the air fryer.
Okay.
The Ninja blender, bit more boring. The blender keeps me alive, I think. So I've got to marry the blender.
This gives me insights about what you think about marriage.
It's someone to just basically
The boring,
keep me
dependable,
alive.
but necessary Ninja blender.
Yeah, ideally just keep me breathing for as long as possible. How about yourself, Kristen? What are you leaning towards?
All right. So I'm similar to you, Matt, in that one of these appliances I've just never really needed or owned, and that is the blender. I just don't need a blender. I mean, I love a frozen drink. Don't get me wrong, but I never make them at home. If I go out for a frozen drink, it's a special occasion sort of thing. So I've survived this long without a blender. I don't think I need a blender. I'm going to kill the blender. Don't need it. I'm sorry to kill your wife. And then, let's see, rice cooker. For the very longest time, I was like you, Matt, and I just used a pan. But my husband, he is a rice cooker enthusiast, and he's converted me. So I use a rice cooker now because of him. And it's pretty handy. It never overflows on the stovetop, which I confession used to do all the time.
Oh, every
So
time, yeah.
the
Every
rice,
single time.
yeah, always a mess, always a mess. So the rice cooker, I'm going to keep that for one of these rolls here. The air fryer, I'm like you, Matt. I fell hook, line, and sinker for the air fryer. I mean, everything you can imagine
Yes.
I make in the air fryer at this point. Everything. Oh,
Do you know what? I'm not even going to get cremated anymore. I want to be air fried. I'm yet to find anything that's not improved by it.
I bet the air fryer would be great at that. You'd come out golden and delicious at the end of it.
I would be, yeah. Perfect.
So air fryer, and again, maybe this is a different reflection on marriage, but I just love that air fryer. I want to be with that air fryer all the time. I'm going to marry it. And rice cooker, I'll kiss, but I feel like I could find a way to make rice in the air fryer if I tried hard enough, because the air fryer can cook anything.
It absolutely can. Yeah, that's the spirit. Yeah.
There you go. You can keep your spouse, the Ninja blender, and I'll keep the rice cooker, and we both will keep the air fryer.
Okay. Yeah, I'll accept that. At least we found some very strong common ground on the air fryer there.
We did. And yet we're still not fighting over the spouse. So that's fine too.
Yeah. Yeah. It worked out perfectly. Okay. So here's mine. Kiss, marry, kill. This is a Friends themed one. So Ross, Joey, Chandler, kiss, marry, kill. What are you going for, Kristen?
All right. So I always had a very visceral reaction to Chandler. I'm going to kill him right away. I just can't stand him. He has no redeeming qualities.
That was quick.
Chandler is dead.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't care. Joey, I get the impression that Joey knows how to kiss. The ladies love him. Joey loves the ladies. I am going to kiss him or anything else he wants to do. I'm going to do that with Joey. And Ross, I think, is going to be an absolutely terrible husband. He's going to cheat on me. He's going to knock up other women while we're together. And yet, he's a paleontologist, so I think he might be fun to actually just have good conversations with while I keep Joey as my side piece. So, marrying Ross for the intellectual conversations, keeping Joey on the side to kiss, and Chandler's been dead for ages because I got rid of him a long time ago. That is my kiss, marry, kill.
Yeah, that was terrifyingly quick how you got to that.
But Matt, what about you? From Friends, Ross, Joey, Chandler.
It's a tough one, this. It's not something that I've ever considered, I have to say. I think you've got to be pragmatic about these things. So I'll start with marry. Again, I don't want people to get the wrong idea about what I think marriage is, but if you're marrying someone, realistically, you do want to follow the money if it's there. So, because I'm a clown full time. I need someone to look after me. I assume Ross is getting some decent cash for paleontology, or is he?
I think he might work at the Natural History Museum in New York, which I think Neil deGrasse Tyson also worked at for a while. So that seems like a big money job, right?
Yeah, that's good enough for me. Yeah, I'll take that. So I'll marry Ross.
Okay.
Build up the equity in the house, all that sort of stuff. And then Chandler, I think, is probably I think he's probably the funniest one. So I'll kiss him just out of respect for comedy.
Interesting. You're way funnier than Chandler, Matt. You're so much funnier than him.
Well, thank you very much. Unfortunately, that means I am going to have to kill Joey, even though I quite like him as well. He's all right. But that's what it'll be. Marry Ross, kill Joey, kiss Chandler. Done. That's the first time I've ever thought about that. Never again.
You will sweep them away from your memory with your forehand feet. Yes. Oh, Matt. Well, I've had so much fun playing games with you tonight. And now I'm worn out, I'm tuckered, and I'm feeling pretty sleepy. I'm ready to turn in. How about you?
Yeah, likewise. Great fun as always. Lovely to catch up.
Well, sweet dreams to you, Matt.
See you next time.